All right, next story I'm going to talk about is probably one of my least, yeah, one of my least favorite Batmans. And I know I'm going to get a lot of crap in the comments on this one, but this comes from Bounding into Comics. Rumored David Zaslav suggested James Gunn make Robert Pattinson the main DCU Batman. All right, so guys, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I did not think The Batman was that great of a movie. Let's be honest. There's a couple of scenes that were pretty cool.
I'm vengeance.
But that was it for me. Maybe the car was all right. I mean, the car was pretty cool, I guess. You know, it wasn't Tim Burton, Michael Keaton, Batman cool, but whatever. Different strokes for different folks. I didn't love the movie, first of all. I did not love Robert Pattinson in that role. And it's not even like people will say that, but like, I struggle to like some Leonardo DiCaprio stuff, and people always say, "Oh, well, you were the same age, and you were just jealous of him being like the heartthrob and this that." I just every time I saw a Leonardo DiCaprio movie, I just saw Leonardo DiCaprio playing a role, kind of as Leonardo DiCaprio, so to speak. I don't know if that makes sense. Wolf of Wall Street changed that. I really, really enjoyed Wolf of Wall Street, and Django Unchained was really good too. But yeah, a lot of I don't know, it's just a lot of the stuff just seemed like he was the same kind of guy. And I know I'll get crap for that one too, but Robert Pattinson, there's no, Edward from the Twilight movies or whatever. I mean, good for him. And I think he's trying to step away from that. And he's been in plenty of other things. I haven't seen him in anything I've loved him in. I just really haven't. But I heard he was a great actor, and I went to go see The Batman, and I don't necessarily hate him as an actor. I don't love him as an actor, to be fair. I didn't like how he presented Batman. I didn't like the look. I didn't like as far as what's out of his hands is the script, the story, and everything. I didn't like that Batman had a riddle given to him and he solved it within 2 seconds. There wasn't a lot to lose on the line. And, there wasn't a lot of weight to this film. And so I didn't absolutely love it. And then I didn't love him in the casting. And there was a lot of drama and rumors and whatnot, from my understanding, in his casting, and him not going to the gym and getting in shape and beefing up and doing whatever to get in the role. I think there was a lot of controversy on that one. And so there was a lot of stuff that made me think this guy's not even taking this role seriously. He's got a good chin for it. I guess you can say that. And yeah, just wasn't my thing. But here we go. We got, what's his name? Zaslav is like, hey, make him your main Batman. Let's continue reading. Again, if I didn't already say it, this is from Bounding into Comics. A Batman has not been selected yet for the brave and the bold, which is begging the question, what's the holdup? The answer could be timing or delays brought on by recent writer and actor strikes, but there may be more going on behind the scenes. Let's see. As revealed at the founding, or rather rebranding, of DC Studios, although James Gunn may have a vision and freedom to carry it out as he sees fit, he reports to David Zaslav, the Warner Brothers Discovery CEO, has input then, and he most definitely has an opinion. As such, according to insider Jeff Schneider in his newsletter, Zaslav is recommending, if not demanding, that Gunn incorporate Robert Pattinson into the DCU as its official Dark Knight. Schneider asks, where does Robert Pattinson's Batman factor into this? And if he doesn't, then why the hell not? Again, didn't love it. I'm okay if he's not the Batman. And furthermore, I don't know how James Gunn is going to do. We've already seen like photos of Superman. They don't look great. And other rumors and the films that he's chosen to start with for the DC, it just doesn't sound great. So I don't know. All this could be dead on arrival to begin with anyway. I'm just saying. Let's see. It's a fair question. The Batman is still the most successful DC release of the last 2 years. That doesn't say much. And the Penguin's ratings prove the ongoing crime saga is popular and viable. From my understanding, I hadn't seen it. I was told to watch it. My buddy Dustin, I've talked about him before. He's told me it was pretty good, and he thinks that I would like it because it's more of like a gangstery kind of flick. And I love gangster movies. Horror flicks and gangster flicks are really my two favorite genres. So he said I would really, really like it. So I haven't really had time, but I plan on checking it out and, kind of seeing what's going on there. But I did hear that it was really good. In fact, I've heard Nerdrotic and other folks talk about it as well. It says Matt Reeves more than earns his keep, not to mention his seat at the table, the acting of 2 of his shows aside. Those of you who have been reading our coverage long enough might recall this was the rumored lineup for the new creative direction at DC and Hollywood about 5 years ago. Gunn and Reeves were going to take over with a big hand from J.J. Abrams. I don't understand why JJ keeps getting brought into stuff. Everything. Dude got brought into Star Trek, an existing, an existing product, right? And then he went over and did Star Wars, and now he's going to come over and do DC. I mean, does JJ Abrams do anything original anymore? And does he really do that good of a job with these brands that exist? I didn't love what he did with Star Wars. Now, to be fair, it wasn't all his fault, and I get that. But again, no. It says, obviously, one of those pieces didn't fit the puzzle and was left out, despite whatever progress exists for a Superman movie he is producing with Ta-Nehisi. I've heard it 1,000 times, mostly Ryan Kennel and Nerdrotic. But I can't say it now. Ta-Nehisi Coates, whatever. Whether it happens or not, Gunn is in charge of the Man of Steel now, and Zaslav wants to ditch the multiverse principle. Yeah. The latter stated there won't be multiple variants of Batman, and it's safe to assume that will go far for all the heroes before long. This could entail Battinson being the first hero of the DCU, or that he will be brought into the fold somehow, someday, through some chicanery. Chicago. It was rumored, I don't know. See, I'm not smart. I'm not a smart man, It was rumored some time ago this would happen, oddly enough, so he could be in the next Justice League. Everything is changing by the minute over in Burbank, but all the scoops and reports claim DCWBD are still constant on one thing. They want to compete with Marvel. It's not, Apparently, pooling resources to simplify their continuity is the strategy they feel is best. They may be able to compete with modern day Marvel, current Marvel. They're not going to be able to crank out anything like Marvel we saw the last 10, 12, whatever years. Not going to happen. That was lightning in a bottle. Even Marvel's not doing that anymore. You think these guys are going to do it with what they've announced that they're putting out? No. Bookmark this video. And in 2-3 years, when this stuff rolls out, send it to me. Let me know I'm wrong. I don't think I'm going to be. I think I'm fine. But if I'm wrong, hold me accountable. Let me know I'm wrong. I don't think I'm going to be. But yeah, that's pretty. Oh, one last line. I guess I should read it. However, they may be forgetting that they have been here before, and meddling too much made a mess, which didn't help the fortunes of either Batman or Superman on the big screen. Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of played fast and loose with with all of this, because you were trying to compete with Marvel. Marvel took their time and created that cinematic universe, building upon character, and really developing these characters, really developing these backgrounds, really pulling you into the story. And then DC went out there and tried to rush like Batman versus Superman or some other. It's like, it's not. You didn't do it right. You just didn't do it right. So you guys have screwed up, kind of messed up with Batman brand and the Superman brand. Now you got to try to recover it, and you already had the Justice League up in there too. Gal Gadot with Wonder Woman, that's all messed up. I mean, like, what are you gonna do? And if you start from scratch, you got to be able to capture that same a lightning in a bottle that we had with some of those people, like with Henry Cavill as Superman. Oh my God, this new guy, how's he gonna do? He may do great, but it's like you already had it. I don't know. Anyways, I don't think these guys are going to do anything close to what Marvel has done in the past when they were such a big deal. They may be able to compete with modern day Marvel. But yeah, I'm also not super thrilled about Robert Pattinson. Like at all, but especially as Batman. Did not love the Batman. Again, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. I'm going to get a lot of hate. But it is what it is, and I say what I say. But let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the Batman, if you're watching the Penguin, because again, I feel like I would like the Penguin. And do you think this would be a good move for them or not? Bringing in Battinson into James Gunn's DCU? I think they're just calling it DCU now. Let me know what you think.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out this clip from the Morning Mayhem. Remember, this is just a portion of the full show that comes out every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you hadn't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the full shows or these tasty little nuggets.